Welcome back to another episode of the Sistah Talk podcast. And I'm just a sister who has a lot to talk about. And y'all know, as long as I got this here microphone, I'm going to always have a lot to talk about. So before I jump into the tea this week, I want to start by thanking all of my faithful supporters who tune in from week to week, all those who like, share, all those who subscribe, all of those who share with their friends. Thank you. Thank you for returning each week. I see the numbers. I see you all return. I see your comments and I appreciate it. But before I go any further, for those who are not subscribing to the channel, I want to first start by saying, click the button down below, okay? It's a button down beneath this video. Somewhere where my head and my name is, it should say subscribe somewhere over there. I want y'all to click that subscribe button. Help me get to 200 subscribers. Right now, I'm at 127. So I want us to run those numbers up and help me get to 200. Hopefully, we can get me to 200 within the next 4 episodes. Look, let's make it a goal, y'all. Let's make it a goal. It don't cost nothing to subscribe. I'm not charging y'all and nothing like that. So please hit that button. Make sure that you hit that bell notification sign, okay? It's a bell over there too that says turn on notifications, because I want y'all to know every episode drops on Monday at 8 p.m. Now, as long as your sister is doing what she's supposed to do, them episodes gonna come out at 8 p.m. on Monday. So I want to make sure y'all hit that bell at the corner, and so y'all get notified every time a new episode drops on my channel. With that being said, this week I also was able to get Sistah Talk on Spotify. So your sister is currently on Spotify. For those who do not enjoy watching podcasts on YouTube, you can go over to Spotify and listen to that as well. I'll have the link down in the description so that it's easy for y'all to get there. And please make sure you subscribe there as well. You know, get my listenership up. You know, help your sister. If you have not shared with a friend thus far, share with a friend. Don't be gatekeeping. Share with a friend. Now, what's been going on with your sister? This week, man, let me tell you about this week, okay? Look. I gotta stay hydrated. It's a little hot. Hold up. It's a little hot outside, okay? We've been hitting this daggone heat wave pretty strong. So your sister had to get that good old insulated bottle to make sure that all the while of me minding my business, I stay hydrated as well. Now, what's been going on with your sister? It's really nothing much going on. Honestly, nothing really happened too eventful this past week. Like I said, it's been hot AF, okay? So all I've been trying to do is keep the lights off, keep the air running, drink my water, and stay hydrated, okay? I don't know how we ended up at the end of June already. I really don't understand how we ended up here, because I swear June started like a day ago. But here we are almost in July. Next week is 4th of July. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I can't. I mean, I can't believe that we're literally 6 months through the year. We got 6 months left. I'm sorry. Listen. I don't want to pressure. I ain't trying to pressure you. I just want to let y'all know that it's time. Listen, the motto for 2024 was stand on business. So I really hope that in 2024, in the middle of this year, when we hit this 6 months mark, because we about to be in the 7th month, that y'all really been standing on business like y'all said y'all was standing on business January 1. I hope y'all ain't forget about them resolutions. Okay, now it's time to spill the tea. Let's spill the tea. So first things first on spill the tea is, I don't know. Listen, some of you all may be new watchers, some of you all may be returning, but if you're somewhere in between, listen, there was a story that we told you all about last season about a man on TikTok. His name is Willpower. Now, Willpower is of the community, you know, the LGBTQ plus a elemental P community. He's a part of that community. He has a husband, and they adopted a African American child last year. Now, the reason why we talked about this situation last year was because it was going viral on TikTok at the time that this man had posted a video holding his small baby, his black daughter, and brushing her hair. And it questioned a lot of people to be like, are you fetishizing this baby? Because he took the I was about to say, Lord, I was about to say every platform but the right one. I was about to say Twitter, X. Listen, he took TikTok, okay? And he said, well, I hope this video finds its way to Black TikTok because I need help. I need help. I don't know what to do with her hair. Now, Black TikTok was like, sir, now, you could have picked up a book. You could have picked up Google. You could have asked her black mother that you were adopting her from how to do her hair. So it caused a lot of people immediately to question how genuine this adoption was, how genuine this connection was, how much of this child's best interest that this man actually had. Now, with that being said, you know, nothing has happened. Listen, let me start by saying this baby is thriving. She's beautiful. She seems happy. She's clean. They seem like they love her. She's being showered with gifts, loves, and everything you can imagine. But the reason why I'm updating you all on this story is because it came to my surprise that TikTok is upset again. It don't take much. Listen, we talked about this on several episodes that TikTok investigators, they need to get paid a salary at this point. Somebody need to put them on the payroll, because if it's information to be found, believe you me, they gonna find it. Okay, so TikTok investigators are digging up dirt. Now I just want to let y'all to know, okay, Willpower and his husband, they have a past. Most people do have a past, not a problem. But their skeletons are spilling over at this point. Between the two of them, okay? Two people. One, two. Between the two of them, they got over 100 felony charges, okay? They weren't convicted on all of them, but they have a lot of those Jones, okay? They got 100 charges between the two of them. None of them, none of them are sexual in nature. None of them are tied to abuse of anything of that nature, but they do have a history of violent charges being placed against them. They also have a history of different charges relating to drugs, because both of them are recovering addicts. They are 10 plus years in, so let's note that, and let's give them a hand clap, because sobriety is not easy. But the internet is really calling for this to have some type of attention to it, because a lot of people are questioning whether baby Zoe is safe or not, being that she's in a home with two ex-felons. And then the furthermore is, well, how did they adopt a child in the state of Texas if it's illegal in the state of Texas for felons to adopt children? So, like I said, TikTok investigators, they did what they were supposed to do. Apparently, instead of going through the public adoption system, Willpower and his husband went through the private adoption system. So basically, the way that this private adoption system works is basically they hired a adoption lawyer, aka a baby broker, who then goes out and says, "Hey, you want your baby or nah? Because we got somebody who wants them." I hate to be lackadaisical about it, but they're like, "Hey, we got somebody who wants a baby. You don't want yours? All right, bet. We're going to set it up." And so basically that's what they did. They went out, found a mother who did not want her child, and they basically signed the agreement, legally binding, but just outside of the public adoption system. So this adoption is very much legal. A lot of people are basically calling it unethical, because they're basically, finding a loophole in the system and trying to figure out a way to, have a child. And it raises the question of how many people are getting away with this type of activity. We believe that people can be rehabbed and they can change, but how many felons, how many violent felons, how many felons who have sexual crimes are going about private adoptions and hiring what they call baby brokers and basically saying, hey, I got this money, find me a baby, and then they're not doing right by these children. So a lot of people are really calling for action. A lot of people are calling for something to be done, something to put into legislature to basically protect marginalized children, protect children in general, protect Black children, because this seems like it could be the perfect cover up for a human trafficking situation. So with that being said, what are your thoughts? How do you feel about it? If you didn't see that first video from the past episode where we shared about willpower and the way that he fetishized this child, if you didn't see this, go back to that episode, or go to TikTok and type in willpower in the search bar and take a look at that video and let me know your thoughts. Was he fetishizing this child? Do you believe that this child is in a beautiful home and that we should give them a second try? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? If you're a child that has grown up in a white household and you are a Black child, how did you feel? How did it affect you? Let me know in the chat. Now, moving on to another spill the tea topic. Now, my thing with this one, I was not going to talk about this. I really was not going to talk about this. I was going to chill on him, okay? I was going to chill on him. I really tried. But something happened this week that made me say, you know what? I got time this week. I got a little bit of time. I got 2 words. Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors. I hate the fact that I have to speak on another domestic type of situation with a Black man, because we can be our own downfall as a community and condemn our own a lot more than we condemn the others. However, something just don't sit right with my spirit about this situation, okay? Jonathan Majors. For those of you who don't know who Jonathan Majors is, okay, either type it into your search bar in Google, or I'm going to put a picture up. Bing. I'm going to put a picture up. But Jonathan Majors is mostly known for his roles in Lovecraft Country. He was in several other like super villain type of movies. He was basically Hollywood's blockbuster Black boy outside of Michael B. Jordan. He rose to fame very, very, very quickly. Now, the reason why we're talking about Jonathan Majors is because recently, this past week, he was honored. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. He was honored and received the Perseverance Award at the Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards, okay? And so basically, he gets up on the stage and he accepts this award, and rightfully so, it's like the most emotional moment ever, okay? The reason why he got this award, I believe, I'm not going to say what the judges based it on, but I believe he got this award because, for those of you who don't know, Jonathan Majors went through a big public domestic situation where he got arrested. He was on trial and everything because he was dating a young lady that happened to be of the Caucasian persuasion, and her name was Grace Jabari. Now, the situation happens where basically they were in the car. I watched the whole interview. Listen, and like I said, I was going to chill on him because he did an interview with ABC News some time ago, and I watched it, and I had all these thoughts, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to chill. I'm going to chill on him. But I can't chill on him too long because he's dating this woman. So apparently they were in this like Tahoe, this black SUV or whatever, leaving an event. Basically, she saw a text message from somebody else. He was out here cheating. Okay. I'm a dog. He was out here communicating with somebody he had no business communicating with. She saw it on the phone, started freaking out. Now, apparently the two of them had a very toxic relationship, but this night it went to a different level. So apparently, he hurt her in a roundabout way. Okay. He didn't intend to hurt her, but he hurt her in the process of her trying to hurt him and him trying to restrain her from hurting him. And somewhere along them lines, she got hurt in the mix of it. Now the trial went on for some time, and like I said, basically the jury found him guilty on assault and harassment charges, but unintentionally. Okay, they found him guilty. Now, the importance of this situation to me is a big part of that situation was, now, we did see it escalate. We did see him, seemingly pick her back up and put her into the truck. And then we see him close her in there type stuff. And he runs away. And he runs for his life. I mean, run, Forrest. Listen, he was getting it. He was getting it. Like, in that moment where I saw this grown black man run away from this little petite white woman, I said, this man is fearing for his life. So that's the only part of this scenario that I can really say, okay, I sympathize and empathize with this man, because he really seems as if he was very fearful. But something just don't sit right. It don't sit right with my spirit. Now, the reason why it don't sit right is because it's just something about him. Like, it's something about him that makes me feel as though he is the monster that we think he is, but he just does a very good job of turning on that Denzel, so we don't pay it no attention. And so that's what I think is happening. I think that, like I said, I think that it was both of them. I'm not going to place blame on him particularly, because I do believe that they were in a toxic situation that was just extremely toxic. So I believe that it was probably a norm in their relationship for them to be going back and forth like this. But I think that night in particular, I think that I think that he reacted before he could think about what it was that he was doing. And then when he finally thought about it, he was like, shit, I am who I am. I am who I am. And I know it's some cameras somewhere. That can see me. So I believe that when he realized who he was, where he was, and what he was doing, he said, you know what? I got to get up out of here on Shorty. Okay? Because he got low real quick. He said, I said, wow. Like, I hate to laugh at it, but it was the craziest situation, because I've never seen no grown man run away from a woman. But that was the only thing that he could really think to do in that moment. Now, the thing is, the reason why it don't sit so well with me is because he has a violent history. They interviewed several of his exes from past relationship who happen to be of the Caucasian persuasion, I might add. Okay, that's relevant. I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere that's relevant. But they happen to be of the Caucasian persuasion, and basically a lot of his exes recall him being violent, him secluding them, him having a history of depression, him having manic episodes, and being suicidal, all these different things. So I believe that Jonathan Majors likes to tell half of the story. Okay, that's my personal opinion, and I'm gonna just leave it there. I'm not going no further. But the reason why I brought up the situation is not only that doesn't sit well with me, but we know that he's been dating Megan Good. Okay, now Megan Good has been on every man's wish list since the early 90s. Okay, she's been sought after, but lately I'm like, is she an industry plant? Is she an industry plant? Like, are they using this woman to, I don't know, fulfill some type of goal? I don't know. But one thing I can tell you for certain, there's a video going around of this couple on the red carpet at this award show. And it just is cringy to me. It's cringy. It doesn't look normal. It doesn't look like they have a connection. It just looks like, oh, I'm pretty. Oh, I'm handsome. Let's put it together and see if it works. Let's go ahead and put this woman who was just married to a pastor last year, who has this golden girl image. Let's put her with this man who's trying to clean up his image, who's now trying to win over black people after he's done what he's done, because he realized that the black people pulled off on him real quick. Okay. All it took was for 1 second for it to come out that he was an abuser, and black people was like, yeah, nah, we good. Take him off the invite list. And so I believe that This is a major effort of his publicity team, his PR team, his damage control, all of those different things, because we know it exists. I believe that they said, you know what, let's go ahead and get Megan Good. I think she's perfect for this role. I think she's perfect for this role. I believe this was the role of a lifetime for her. She does not look comfortable. Am I the only one that feels that way? Let me know in the chat. Have y'all seen pictures and videos of these two together? Matter of fact, you know what? Take a second. Watch this video. Now, body language means a lot, okay? Body language tells more of the story than your mouth ever will, okay? In that video that you all just watched, what did it look like to you? Because I'm going to tell you what it looked like to me. What it looked like to me was, okay, let's smile for these pictures. Well, let's actually show them that we like each other a little bit. Give me a kiss, babe. Let me pull you in a little bit closer. She looked seemingly uninterested. She did not look like she invited that. She looked uncomfortable. It just looked too forced to me. Let me know your thoughts down in the chat. I believe that this is a setup right before our eyes. He's doing too much. He's doing too much. This man has addressed her as a Coretta. His Coretta. Get a life, sir. Get a life. What are you doing? Now you want a Coretta, but you've been hanging out with Blanche. You've been hanging out with Blanche for the last 2 decades, but now you want Coretta because you didn't got scared. Because you didn't got jammed up in a situation and you know that the fate might not have been on your side because of who you were tied to. So now you want to use Coretta to get you out of this situation. Sounds like the plight of the black man to me. Anytime it doesn't go right for him, now he want to call on a black woman. But the black woman is all these things until you need her. But that's a different story for a different day. Now, he goes on to, you know, thank her in his speech and just, I don't know. Just look at the pictures. Like, she was so overwhelmed with emotion and something just doesn't sit right with me. Like, something tells me that these two don't even sleep in the same bed. They basically meet up for a photo op and then they go their separate ways. Something just is off to me about it. I don't believe it. It's not sitting well with my spirit at all. But let me know in the chat. How do y'all feel about this couple? How do y'all feel about this couple? They don't even look good together. Like, I don't know. It's something about him that's just extra clownish to me. Like, he's extra clowned out to me. And I thought this before he had his case. Like, even when he was in Lovecraft Country. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to take that from him. He's an amazing actor. So I'm not going to take that from him. But even in Lovecraft Country, I looked at this man like, he's a coon. Like, he's a coon. You know? He's a puppet. It just doesn't sit right with me. Like I said, I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts down in the chat. How do you feel about this man and his case? Because I don't believe it. Not even for a second. A lot of people are calling bullcrap, not only on the case, but they're calling bullcrap on the relationship at this point. And I believe at this point, like, Megan Good, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you trying to relaunch your career at this point? You know what? Bing! It just went off. That's what she gets out of the situation. We know what he gets out of it, but the internet is like, what the hell does she get out of it? Well, she has a career that seemingly has died down over the years. Now, don't get me wrong. She has her series on Prime called Harlem. I didn't watch much of it because I don't have Prime or whatever. However, I did see a couple episodes. From what I saw, it seemed really good. I'm not going to take anything from her as well. She's a great actress, but we have seen her in the media most lately within the last couple of years, basically tied to her preacher ex-husband. And so I believe that this is maybe an effort for her to, you know, kill two birds with one stone. Help this man get his career back on track and kind of help her get hers on track. Because seemingly, only a year after this man got charged, he's back on top. Nobody remembers. He's now getting roles again. And I'm not going to say that he should be condemned forever, ever. But what I will say is, I just don't believe him. And that's that. That's that. Let me know your thoughts down in the chat. Now, it's time to give someone their props. It's time to give someone their props, okay? So this is the segment. For those of you that don't know, this is a segment where we pick a person, okay? We pick a person, whether it be a celebrity, whether it be influencer, whether it be anybody you could think of, and we give them their props. So this week, I'm going to call him the Chipotle Kid. His name is Reese Jackson. He's from New Orleans, and he's a 6-year-old. Now, the reason why I want to give this young man his props is because he went viral on TikTok, not only for this video, because he was very much viral and very much popping before this video, but he became most popularly known because his mother makes him these amazing looking meals, and he's just a foodie, okay? Listen, he's my spirit animal. The food looks amazing, so I don't have anything bad to say about it, but he always makes these videos where his mom is making food for him, and he's just in complete euphoria. He's in bliss, okay? Now, the most recent video that has grown traction is a video where his mother serves him Chipotle and basically asked him to say something good about Chipotle. And this was his response.
Tell me something good about Chipotle.
Oh, they got the right thing. They got the right thing. This gonna stay on the earth for a long time. For a long time.
And my boys said they got the right thing. They gonna be here forever. They gonna be here forever. And I'm sure, listen, the way he feels, I'm sure a lot of you all feel. I'm gonna say you all because I'm gonna get to that point later. Cause Chipotle been on my poop list lately. Okay? But we're going to get to that in a minute. We're going to continue to get this young man his props. Now, the reason why I want to give him his props is after this video went viral, Chipotle said, hey, yeah, Chipotle do got the right thing. You right, buddy. Let's team up with you. So they teamed up with this kid, gave him a brand deal. They began posting his videos all on their social platforms. They also teamed up with another young man who made another video and promoted their food. And basically they're, taking this as an opportunity to reiterate what the CEO said not that long ago. The CEO, for those who don't know, the CEO released a video about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. He released a video because TikTok was going crazy, okay? TikTok is a crazy place. TikTok is like influencer purgatory. I don't know, okay? I don't know if that's what I want to use, but it's a conglomerate, okay? It's a conglomerate. TikTok has everything you can think of. But TikTok started going crazy because the trends first started with, these Chipotle hacks, taking the sour cream with the vinaigrette. If you know, mixing them together, pouring it over. Then you got the hacks where people are taking these burritos and then they're taking them home and they're basically frying cheese in a pan and coating outside of the burrito. Big back stuff, right? Big back activity. It's a lot of big back activity going on when it surrounds Chipotle these days. But most recently, Chipotle was under fire because most people are saying, hey, hold on now. The price of my bowl is going up, but I don't got no daggone meat in my bowl. I don't got no meat. So a lot of people are upset because the portion sizes are seemingly getting smaller as the price is going up. Now, this is what the CEO had to say about it.
First, I can tell you the portions have not gotten smaller. One of the things I think it's great about Chipotle is if you come into the restaurant and you want a little more rice or you want a little more pico, all you got to do is kind of like, and usually our guys and women give them a little more scoop. We always want to give people big portions that get them excited about the food. It's kind of who we are. I mean, these are big burritos, these are big bowls. Our goal is to give people great experiences. Now, if you want double the amount of meat, you got to pay for it. But yeah, our goal is to get people really excited about what I believe is really delicious food. First, I can tell you.
So basically the CEO said, you know what? You want a little bit more meat? Say, hey, bro, hook me up. Okay? Hook me up a little bit. A little something. And they be acting stingy. At Chipotle. Like, I don't know. Listen. What are your thoughts on that video from the CEO? Before I move forward, what is your thoughts on the video of this CEO? Because seemingly he didn't address the fact that the portion sizes is getting smaller, because we know the portion sizes are getting smaller. Burritos used to be humongous at Chipotle. Burritos now are very, very much smaller. So what are your thoughts? What are your experiences with Chipotle? Me personally, okay? Me personally. Like I said, the verdict is still out for me in Chipotle. Chipotle, you know, they bought a little bit more time, but not much. I can tell you that. Every time I go to Chipotle, now, I don't know if this is your experience, but based off of what I've talked about with my friends, I'm the only one that actually goes through this constantly, okay? So I'm starting to think it might be a me problem or a location problem. I don't know. But every time I go to Chipotle, they never have my fajitas. They never have them. And it's the most depressing thing. You know, imagine ordering an order online and like expecting your bowl to have every ingredient that you wanted to have, and then showing up and your bag is there, you get it home, you're ready to eat it, and you're like, hey, where are my peppers? The peppers aren't there. And they didn't even bother to tell you that they weren't there, that they don't have anymore. You just figured it out the hard way. Now, if you're like me, one item missing changes the whole trajectory of the bowl. It changes every last little bit of taste, okay? So them fajitas, I be needing them. I shouldn't have to go home, even though it's easy. I shouldn't have to go home and chop up my little peppers and my little onions and saute them real quick. That's not, I want to pay for convenience, okay? For a reason. That's my problem with Chipotle. They never have what I need them to have. There's been several situations, okay? So there's this one location that I go to that's not too far from my house. I go to this location often, but I'm always disappointed, okay? The last experience that I had, I was just over the top with them. So the one problem that I have with this location is, ever since COVID, they want to make you order online instead of coming into the store and ordering. But it's very sporadic. Like, you just don't know until you get there and they say, hey, well, we're only accepting online orders at the moment, but their asses is in the location. So then, you know, that's problem number one. So I get there one night. The place is packed out. It's busy. I say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and order my food so it's ready, whatever. Order my food. I go in there. Mind you, I'm already in the parking lot. So I go in there. I just sit down. I know it's not ready. And but I do tell them, hey, I'm here. So they know. So sitting there, and the line just dwindles down. Eventually, there's nobody in there. But I'm still sitting here. Now, back in my day, and I just told my age with that saying, but back in my day, we used to have customer service. We used to go a little bit more above and beyond. To me, it would have made sense for them to say, hey, you know what? I know that this woman ordered this online order or whatever, but we're not busy and she's sitting here. Let me go ahead and make her order. Now, mind you, when I was sitting there and nobody was here, they had fajitas. Do you know that they literally made me wait until they was ready to pack my order? By the time they got ready to pack my order, they ain't had no damn peppers. And then my order was wrong. They had a whole bunch of extra stuff on there that was not supposed to be on there. I was so freaking irritated. So you know what? I started boycotting Chipotle. It was at least a month and a half that I stopped going to Chipotle. I don't give a damn how good it tastes. At this point, you pissing me off, Chipotle. I pay too much money. I get guac every time. Okay, I pay too much money for y'all to be playing in my face like this. So you know what? I said, you know what? I'm gonna take a break. Then one day I said, damn. Listen, like Reese Jackson said, they got the thing. I don't give a damn. Chipotle will always hit the spot, and that's the sad part. And they know that no matter what they do to us, we will always eat it. So I try to boycott the business for a while. And then one day I said, you know what? I got to taste with Chipotle. Then I think the CEO was being slick, because now all of a sudden I got an extra double protein up in here. So of course I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get my free protein. I'm going to get my free double meat. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give them a try. Go to the same location again. And at this point, I've kind of wrapped my brain around it. Gotta be this location. They suck. Like Martin say, they suck. Okay, they suck real bad. So I went in there anyway. I said, you know what? I'm going to just appease myself, entertain myself. I got a little bit of time today. Let's go in here. So I go in there. Before I even stand in the line, I just go up to the thing. I said, y'all don't have any fajitas? No, we out. All right. So luckily there's another location that's about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or less from that location. I said, you know what? We're going to try it out. I said, this is the last try y'all get Chipotle. This the last one. Look, I was on my edge because let me tell you something. My Chipotle at home tastes good. It may not taste like yours, but it do taste good though. So I was on my last straw with Chipotle. So I go to this different location. Did the same thing. I walk in. I said, hey, do y'all got fajitas? Now, the Chipotle guards must have been looking out for me because the girl says, oh, no, we don't have any, but let me go check in the back real quick. Okay, customer service, I see you. So she goes, she checks in the back. She says, well, we don't really have any back. We don't have any in the back prepped at the moment, but it will take a couple minutes if you're willing to wait. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I wanted was for you to say 2 minutes and I'll wait. I say, yes, I'll wait. Yes, I will wait. I want my damn peppers. So they politely put it on the grill, took a couple little minutes. They gave me my little peppers. I was satisfied. It was the best bowl I've had in a long time. Now, I will say this. They forgot my vinaigrette. However, I was happy. I was satisfied with everything else. So if I'm satisfied, at least I got my peppers. I'm like, hey, you know what? The vinaigrette is good, but I think I can skip on it today. I told that girl, I said, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I said, thank you for going the extra mile. I said, because the other store around there, they would have never offered to cook my peppers for me, even though it takes only 2 minutes. For some reason, they act like it's the biggest thing ever, and they just don't want to do it. I said, thank you. I said, because literally today was going to be my last day coming to Chipotle, but you saved me. You saved me. Listen, like I said, Chipotle is on a ticking time clock with me. Okay, I had a friend last week. It was so funny because we were sitting around talking. We went to go have a couple drinks, and we sitting there talking. And my friend, and if you watching this, you know who you are. You know you said it. He said, "I don't give a damn. I'll let Chipotle give me salmonella because that shit is good." I said, you know what? It is good. It is good. And that's the sad part. That's why they know they can play in our face, because they stand behind their product. It is good. It is fresh. It's consistent. As long as they have everything you're looking for. So I know I went off on a little tangent, but I wanted to share that with y'all. I wanted to get that off my chest because Chipotle been doing me dirty lately. But I said all that to say, Reese Jackson, congratulations on your brand deal, young man. Okay, congratulations. Listen, this is something that we've been seeing a lot lately with influencers. A lot of influencers are gaining a platform on social media, and these bigger companies are saying, hey, let's work with them and not against them. And I think we have Keith Lee to kind of thank for that when it comes to some things, because he made it known that these businesses need to be paying you for your content, and a lot of these businesses are stepping up. So congratulations, Reese Jackson. And yeah, enjoy your Chipotle. Enjoy all that good food your mama be making. Listen, and if y'all happen to see this somehow, send me a plate. Send me a plate. I want some. I'm gonna eat it. But that's all I have for you all tonight. Okay, I'm gonna try to cut these episodes down just a little bit. You know, your sister be having a lot to talk about, but I don't gotta talk about it every week. You know, y'all can wait a little while, let the steam die down a little bit from time to time. But I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Let me know your thoughts in the chat on anything that I've talked about tonight. And most importantly, if you still haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you make that subscribe button turn red, okay? Subscribe. Help your sister get to 200 subscribers. Right now, we're at 127. I'll give y'all an update from week to week and let y'all know the progress. But thanks for tuning in tonight to the Sister Talk podcast. I'm your host, Gold Chain Diva, and I'm just a sister with a lot to talk about, and y'all know I always have a lot to talk about. If you want to follow me on social media, follow me at goldchain__diva, and that's on all social platforms. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and have a great rest of your week. And if I don't get to see y'all before the 4th, happy 4th of July, okay?